Now we get to hear from one of those presidential marketing director pluses. Got to remember that little plus on the end there. And I just love this lady with all my heart. She was one of the first people that I actually met when I was a guest speaker at the Juice Plus conference, 11 odd years ago now. And it's just been amazing watching her journey over that time. She was a sales coordinator at that time. And yeah, with little family of kids and, the whole works kind of thing. And just watching the leader that she's grown into over that time has been amazing. She will share some wisdom with you, but let me officially welcome her. Linda Evenden, PMD Plus, is a wife, mum, speaker, coach, and her passion in helping people to magnify their unique gifts and bring heart and courage to their business to supercharge their wildest dreams and vision. Linda is a passionate advocate of the network marketing profession that delivers dreams every single day. In fact, she's the ultimate dream keeper. She loves empowering people to lead a fired up and independent duplicating team. Franchisee of the Year Award, the Glennie Award winner, and Elton Award winner, Linda leads a global team of thousands and now has been in this profession for 12 years. The beautiful, beautiful Linda Evenden, where are you? There she is.
Hello.
Yay. Hello.
Good afternoon. Hi, everyone. So great to be here.
It's amazing, isn't it? You're having fun?
I am. You should see my desk. I've got props. We're ready to rock. We're ready to have fun.
Excellent. All righty. Well, I am going to hand it over to you, Linda. Take it away.
Thank you. So, wow, what an awesome day so far, everyone. How blessed are we for the company that we get to partner with every single day? I just love it more and more. 12 years in, I couldn't be more excited, and our vision just keeps growing and growing. And so when Celine asked if I wanted to share the hats presentation, I was excited to do that because this is something that has really helped me along the journey in life. And I think that it's a teaching tool that people can relate to pretty well. So let's just start with, and it actually comes in nicely on the top of what Keith just took us through, which was just sensational, the amplified personality, right? The steroid version, I really love that. And also what each of the other speakers have really delivered wisdom throughout the presentation of the many roles that we play. We take care of customers, we take care of ourselves, we take care of our families, we've got our why, and then we need to nurture and raise up team, and we need to solve problems and be a great detective. So there's many, many different roles that we play. And over the years, maybe some of you can relate to this. I remember the very distinct feeling when Lauren first asked me, would I consider joining the business? And the number one thing that I honestly remember thinking was, Lauren, I had 3 kids under 3.5. Some days it's just too much for even a shower for me. And to have the kids fed and clean and just out the door, some days were just overwhelming with all the different roles. And I just couldn't understand, well, how can I be a proper businesswoman in amongst that as well? And maybe some of you can relate. So I want to play here for a moment, and I'm watching the chat box here. I want you to think of, in life, how many roles that you play, and I want you to write them down. So think of things like a taxi driver. Does anyone take their kids out and about all over town? Yes. A psychologist. Are you constantly solving teams problems, customers problems, family problems? A chef. Is anyone in charge of cooking, meal prepping, groceries? What are the other roles we play? The cleaner. We definitely are cleaners. We're business coaches. We're leaders, right? We're health teachers and educators. There's so many different hats that we wear. And so I call these personalities, these hats, and I'm going to use that interchangeably today to help you understand how I'm able to clarify and often separate the many roles that I play. Because this is what was happening for me. Okay, there's doctors, there's homeschool teachers, that's another new role, right, that was foisted upon us, right? I couldn't stand that role for the first week until I made that conscious decision of I love teaching from home. Kids are easy. Homeschooling is easy. I definitely needed a new belief because my belief originally sucked at the start of COVID, I tell you that much. And honestly, now I did step into that belief. I do like homeschooling. So who else have we got? Family supporter, the babysitter, the psychologist, the carer. Now, who also feels like you often have to be all of these things at once? Yes, I definitely felt like that, right? And it gets hard to switch. And what ends up happening is it's like we're wearing all of these hats at once, and then it gets very stressful and very overwhelming. And that's what was continually happening for me. So what I have developed is a fun way. I'm all about fun. If you make it fun and easy, I'm in. So I've developed for me something that works really well, a fun way to block and chunk my time over the week so I can decide in advance who and what and the very best part of me that needs to show up in all the different roles that I play. And I play many different roles. And so would you agree that if I'm being Mama Bear, for instance, so one thing we're going to play with is naming these many hats or these roles that we play, okay? And you want to kind of give them a good name. Now, would you also agree that you have many different modes, many different personalities within? In fact, I believe that we're all a little bit schizophrenic because I certainly have a crazy lady that can come out and do a little bit of yell and get her way, not in a very resourceful way, mind you, but I have her sometimes in reserve to get things done. Can anyone relate? Anyone do a bit of yell out there to really make sure that you're being heard? There's that crazy lady. I've got wifey, right? That's who my husband wants to show up the most. I've got Mama Bear, which is what my kids want. And I've got the coach, which is when I'm in the mode of listening. It's 2 ears and 1 mouth. I'm being very, very quiet and I'm listening for clues on what some of the limitations and beliefs that people can have that might be holding them back. So coach is a different mode, right? You with me, everyone, so far? Great, you're getting it so far. Awesome. And so here's what I love the concept of. I used to have the worst beliefs around time. Here's what I used to say. I have no time. There's never enough time. I never have enough hands. Time is always against me. Time is always running out. There's never enough hours in the day. Does anyone say some of this stuff? And for this reason, I didn't like scheduling. I had a very limiting belief on scheduling because I felt like it was going to restrict me. I didn't like commitment. I didn't like time commitment. So I avoided it. I thought, I'm just going to stay flying by the seat of my pants and hope and pray that I can just keep squeezing more out of my life as it is, doing the juggle. Now, I know that you are all well familiar with the juggle struggle is what I'm naming it, the juggle struggle. The struggle is real, my friends, right? So I want you, first of all, to start catching those beliefs because they suck and they're not good for you. They're not good for others. And what you focus on, what you believe, what you think about, what you are constantly expanding is your reality. So, of course, you're never going to feel like you have time if you're always telling yourself that you don't. Right? How is it that we've all got the same 24 hours a day, as Jim Rohn says, we have the same wind that blows on us, the same 24 hours. How is it that some people can be wildly productive in their 24 hours and others can be in overwhelmed stress and procrastination and everything is in the too hard basket, right? I got very curious in this. So first of all, I invite you, tell me some of your beliefs on time. I'm seeing some yes, 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 yes. What's one belief that you tell yourself quite a bit in life about this business or about one of the modes that you have around this business. So I used to say it's just too hard juggling all of this with kids. It's just too hard. That's a horrible belief, right? How about this belief? I do this business. I can build an empire in an hour a day around my kids, around my highest values, for my family and the things that are most important. Is that a better belief? Absolutely. So here's the great news about beliefs, my friends. A belief is a thought that you believe and say a lot. It's just a thought that you say a lot. So pretty soon you attach a lot of certainty to it, and pretty soon it becomes your thing. It becomes almost like a habit, and then it becomes like part of your personality. So the great news is you can change it. As soon as you realize it's a crappy one and it's not serving, you can say, I really need to change this belief. It's nonsense. I'm going to have the belief, like my friend, that kids are easy. I changed my belief about homeschooling and kids, right? You can change your beliefs about time too. I had to change my beliefs about time. And since I did, here's why. If you know that you're stuck at the moment, here's why to change it. Because would you agree, most of us are here because we want time flexibility. We want time freedom. We know implicitly that time is our very most precious commodity. We never ever get it back. This is what's amazing about our business. Every hour that you invest in you, upskilling your team, taking care of people, fostering and nurturing and nourishing relationships, you can be paid on that time for the rest of your life in this profession. How cool is that? Like, that still just blows my mind. So must you master your time? Yes, amen, hallelujah, I agree. So I want you to start by saying that your time is your most precious commodity, and you're going to stand guard of it like a warrior princess or king, that your time is the most precious commodity. And if you don't own it, master it, protect it, everyone else is coming for it. Am I right? Are they just going to eat it up and take it away? If you don't own your schedule, everyone else owns your schedule. If you don't know your priorities and guard them with your life, everyone else is going to take them. So this is the mindset shift that we need, okay? So how am I doing for time? Okay, I think we're kind of on time. I'm going to keep going fast because I really want to get this out, guys. I want you to get this stuff. So what I realized, and I want to start here, what modes do you have in business now? So in your workbook, what I'd love you to do is 2 columns. This is just a really quick way we're going to do it. And I want you to think about the modes that you have that serve you, that you love. Maybe you are a mama bear. And it's not mama bear when she's yelling and crazy and stressed and overwhelmed and feels like no one's listening. It's the mama bear who is present, who has slowed down, who's connected and asking her kids at 3:05 when they're in the car, the phone is away in the drawer, and you're asking, how was today? What went on today? What did you learn today? Who did you hang out with today? Now, often my kids don't even want to talk when they get in the car, but you know what they want? Me being fully present. They don't want me on the phone. They want me being fully present for that first hour. How do I know this? I ask them. I get them to help me set up my calendar, which is almost like the rules of the game. So between 3 and 4:30, I am in mama bear mode. So look at my mama bear hat. Can you see that it's pretty ugly? It's floppy. This represents mama bear because it's all about health and safety, right? My outcome when I'm in mama bear mode is to keep them safe and nourished and healthy, and for me to have them feel very loved and nurtured, okay? So mama bear knows her outcome. Is everyone with me? That's the mama bear hat. Now, if I'm in Juice Plus mode, let me see, I've got my Juice Plus hat here somewhere. There it is. If I'm in Juice Plus mode, well, I know what my outcome is. I know why I'm here. I'm here to make an impact. I'm here to be a dream keeper. I'm here to be a connector. I'm here to be a problem solver. And I'm here to set my family free. So I know that every minute that I'm in my Juice Plus mode, my orange mode in my calendar, I have 3 different personalities when it's Juice Plus time. Does it make sense? I have the show me the money, helping people through the marketing plan, chasing bonuses, chasing promotions. What's that going to mean to them? What's it going to help them gain? And I also have the leader of leaders when I need to show up and I almost need to embrace the sovereign in me, like the queen. I need to be someone who is looking out to the horizon, who is inclusive of and collaborative with everyone, who's thinking about the greater good for everyone. Does that make sense? And then, of course, I have, what else have I got here? My other hat. I've got, actually, I'm not going to use that. I'm going to fast forward through this. Is everyone getting my hats analogy here so far? So when I have to switch gears, this is what some of you are doing and how it's working, okay? You've got your Juice Plus hat on, you know, it's 3:05 and you've got to be on a 3-way call because you want to show someone the money. You want to help them get their new teamie, right? You want to help them live the dream and be the dream keeper, and you've got your glasses on, but then you're trying to look after the kids as well. And then suddenly you look and feel like this with your phone in your hand, trying to do a 3-way call and trying to hand out muesli bars. And here's what's happening. Even when you do an okay job of this, and believe me, I did this juggle for years, I look ridiculous, but it feels ridiculous, right? Because this is what happens. I didn't feel like I was doing a good job in any of these roles. I wasn't being fully present with my kids in Mama Bear mode. I wasn't being fully present in the 3-way calls, like mute button, lock the door, run away from the kids. You all can relate to that, I know. And it feels overwhelming. It feels so stressful, right? So this is how I break it up. This is how you own your times, my friend. You decide in advance over the next week. So using a combination of what Keith has already helped us develop, right, the amplified personality, you decide who and how you need to show up. So one of my favorite questions is, in every chunk of the hour over the week, I'm asking, what's my outcome? What's my purpose? And here's what's great. Your purpose in each of these roles is completely different. I'm going to say it again. Your purpose in each of these roles is completely different. And so one of the best ways for you to switch hats, switch modes, switch personalities, is to actually ask, who needs to be in the driver's seat right now? And I not only think about that, I'm very intentional about that, and I schedule it. So next week, and I'll show you what this looks like. Usually I usually teach this over a few modules, but I really want you to get the gist of this today, and it's art and science. You can create your own version of this. But what I do is I write everything down, and then I color code it, and then I group them under who's actually going to do it. So I'll give you some of my personalities. Domestic diva, right? She runs a smooth house. She does online shopping. She plans the 3 meals. She reads the kids' newsletters. She's the one who loves a healthy, happy, harmonious home in flow, right? Now I can hire a cleaner. Good job for me, right? That was high on the list. It was one of my whys and purpose. But back in the day, when money was very, very tight, I would schedule the cleaning and find a way to enjoy it. Who's in the right driver's seat? The domestic goddess loves high vibe music, loves to feel like she's doing a great job for her family. She has a different outcome and a different purpose. She's not thinking, I hate cleaning, I'd rather be building my business than this, because she's actually allocated the time in advance. Does that make sense? So when I've allocated Mama Bear time between 3 and 4:30, phone is in the drawer, fully present with the kids. And guess what? When you're fully present, they don't need a lot. They just don't. Homework time, right? Investing in them. However you want to set up your day, they feel it. They get so satiated with your presence, they just run off and off they go again, right? And you might be tempted to get back on your phone and answer a few messages. Believe me, I've done that. I've been there. But they know. So have your family contract in place. Understand from your kids what they want the most. So what's most important is the most important question you can ask yourself all the time. Every day, all the time. During the day, my calendar is chunked in time. There's the leader of leaders on certain leadership training. There's cheerleader. So I'll give you another example. Between 2:45 and 3 o'clock, my cheerleader is scheduled. And guess what? I'm in the school drive line. Now, this is another thing that I used to hate. I used to hate the push and pull and all the big SUVs at school, and I had to turn it into something that I love. So now I schedule 15 minutes while I'm in the driveway waiting, for the car to move slowly an inch ahead. I go in on Facebook in the scroll hole and I look for promotions just to cheer everyone on. Awesome emojis. I can't even remember life before emojis. What did we even do? But emojis are my life. So in 15 minutes, I just shoot emojis everywhere, all over pages and Facebook to let people know that they matter, that they're worthy, that their efforts is paying off, that to be proud, be excited, cheering everyone on. That's a big, strong part of my personality and one of my key roles in my Juice Plus business. Is everyone with me? Now that 15 minutes used to be no extra time, just a waste of time. But now I do it for 2 chunks of 15 minutes. It's very deliberate, and guess what? This is what I want you to hear. I only do that one thing in that time chunk, right? I'm not doing all of this. But remember, this is what happens. So if I'm being a cheerleader, I don't have a pom-pom here, but imagine that I've got a pom-pom and then it's 3:03 and I pull into the drive, that phone has to be down and I have to switch. Now it's Mama Bear time. Hello, Thomas, how was your day? And fully present in Mama Bear mode. Does that make sense? Right? So cheerleading is really important and Mama Bear is really important. I wanted to be a stay-at-home mum. So when and if you begin like resenting that and feeling like it's push and pull and one has to sacrifice and eat into the other, it's nonsense. It doesn't need to. Plan out these time chunks so you can be fully present, doing a great job in that one time chunk. So most of my time chunks are 15 to 30 minutes. The whole day is not chunked. Every single day is not, color coded for weeks and weeks. So I'll show you literally an example of what this looks like so you guys can get a handle on it. But these roles that I play, rather than just saying that I'm working in my Juice Plus business, this is what I want you to know. I am a problem solver. Wealth wizardry. I color code that blue. Every 2 weeks, my husband and I have a 1-hour meeting. We call this wealth wizardry, and it's time for us to check in, fix and refine. Are we on track? Celebrate, commiserate, whatever's going on in finances. It's the time that we allocate in advance to talk, because if we don't know and we're not taking care and focusing on our finances, what's going to happen? Self-love, ladies, this is huge for us. If you don't have any pink time, me time, self-love time, the guilt, the lack of boundaries, the resentment, it builds and builds and builds, and we don't want that. It's up to you and only you to protect and nourish your time for yourself. So then it's a must. It's not only necessary, it's not selfish, it's a must. So then you can show up as the very best version of you. You must fill your cup. No one else can ever do that for you. Okay? You must nourish and fill your cup first. And here's the other thing, guys. Your team are watching. So if you're available at 11 o'clock at night on Messenger, you're training your team that they have to be that too. They don't want that. So be the example and protect your calendar around your top 3 one-year goals. Now, this is my favorite part. I think that I'm at time, so I'm going to finish up with this part. My friend Lauren, many of you know her, gives this great metaphor about Phelps, Michael Phelps, that he is just the best of the best of the best because he focused on it and he trained on it. He just made sure through his training. So when it was time to swim and goggles on, laser focused, just on 3 top one-year goals. Mine are right here in front of me at every moment. They're right here. I don't have to think about what I'm doing and why. What's my outcome? What's my purpose? Am I putting the best part of me in the right driver's seat right now? Is my amplified, courageous, empowered, limitless person, is she in the driver's seat? Or is it negative Nancy, judgy Judy, Debbie the doubter, Velma the victim, stressed out Sally was always in my driver's seat? Okay, so you've got awesome parts of your personality that absolutely serve you. Schedule more of them. Give them a cool name, have their outcome very clear. You know why they're there and what they're doing. They know their outcome, every chunk, and then schedule them and protect that time with your life. Stand guard of it. What do you think is going to happen for your life and your business and your stress and overwhelm levels? What do you think is going to start happening when your life is planned exactly how you want it to be? The masterpiece life, where you have family connection blocked off, where you have mama bed blocked off, where you have wifey blocked off, where you have you time, girlfriend time, cheerleader time, dream keeper time, right? It's all scheduled. So you're not thinking, oh, I should be doing this when you're doing 10 other things and constantly feeling like you don't do anything well, okay? So when it's Juice Plus time and you're going for a big goal and promotion, is goggles on, my friend. Look at this. So maybe each of you, I know we've done this at a training years ago at the Pajama Regionals. It's goggles on, and look, I can't see or hear or know anything else that's happening in life. I'm like, here's my top 3 one-year goals. I know exactly what I want and why, and I don't hear all the distractions. Is life going to come and get in the way? Do you want to come and be on the PTA meeting? Does that serve my 3-year goals? No. Do you want to, come out and make this person's lunch? No. Do you want to be on this committee? No, because it doesn't serve my 100% laser focus of what I want, okay? So I think you can all get a pair of goggles to get laser focused, to really know what your dream is, to be the ultimate dream keeper. Keep very, very focused on your goal, and everyone will feel the difference around you. Life will become so much more flow and ease and fun. Why? Because you are in the driver's seat. You schedule it to be that way. You decide in advance and you live in your life by design. So that's it. That's it. I'm pretty sure that I'm at time. So thank you so much, everyone, for having me along. Thank you, Celine.
Thank you. Thank you, Linda. Thank you so much, darling. I love that. The domestic diva, wifey, mama bear, cheerleader. And you know what? I think the sales of swimming goggles are going to go through the roof. So, yeah. Absolutely brilliant. Thank you again. We love you. We appreciate you. You are amazing. Thank you, Linda. God bless.
Thank you.
Awesome.